Okay, so let's do a super quick tour of Fred. I'm going to do two. I'm going to do one, the really cool things, and then one maybe suggestions and things like that. So first of all, super nice setup, very quick. Takes me about 10 minutes to sort things out, and that's mostly kitchen. Awning is really great, works really well, easy to deploy. Obviously, if you're staying longer, you could put pins in. I'm not sure if those pins are around, but not really that necessary. This trick with opening the door, like by lifting this, works super well. If you're making this in mass production, I don't know if there's a smaller awning that's just slightly shorter so that people don't have this problem. Because I think eventually with people renting, they will knock on here. I think they already have. Yeah, really nice design inside. Super nice, much nicer than expected. Windows are great. Actually, I didn't know if these are two different settings, whether you tuck it in here or here. It doesn't seem completely shut when you tuck it in the middle one. So I don't know if that's an aerodynamics thing. Not that it really matters, but on the inside it seems too tight. So I do think it's meant to go in here. But anyway, great. Really great with the nets. I basically like to sleep super cold, so I like the windows open and the nets down. The top porthole also works really well. Like the wood and the wood on the countertop. Coffee making worked great, and for cooking and so on. Fridge is amazing. It sometimes makes a little bit of noise, but very little. Electrics had zero problems, didn't even really use them much. The only thing is this guy, obviously when it's on, it's bright, and when it's off, it switches off the USB ports. So at night, that's not brilliant. I didn't have a problem because I was connected to electricity most of the time, so I just plugged in there, and I had some USB ports from that. Also, it seemed like all the electricity was on, even if this is not on. I'm not sure if that's correct, but anyway, it's fine. Lots of storage space in there, which I used a lot. Normally I put all the kitchen stuff down there when I'm driving. I didn't use this drawer much because it's sort of full, so I'm not sure if for rentals you might want to put some of that stuff somewhere else. I really liked having this drawer just for my own stuff, like passport, phones, blah, 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 like stuff you sometimes need to find, watches, glasses, and so on. A mechanism for folding out the bed, super nice. I think the space use is great. We'll get back to the bed a little bit later, but I think in general, really good. It's a little bit sharp, so obviously you can trap things in it, but anyway. I think the layout and the setup is really good. I almost didn't use this storage space underneath here, actually, didn't need to. But there's only one of me, so it's a bit different. I also think you can have a few bags like this that hang off the back of here, so just for food or clothes. So I found that super useful. Got my running bag there, and I often left the table like this. Obviously not when driving. When driving, I put it back. Yeah, main cabin, great. The lights are all quite bright, which is good. But you definitely need the little lantern so that when you're parked, you can have the lantern outside and attract all the insects outside again. Chair is fine. I think a lot of people like them. I don't find them super comfortable, but I think it obviously makes sense. If two people are renting, they might need two chairs though, so that's one thing to think about. At the back, all very good. Yeah, plenty of storage space. Very intuitive everything. I used the shower once, was great. Obviously not so easy in the winter if it's cold, but that's good. I use this storage space for stuff that's sort of sleeping related, well actually life related, and I really like this top cubby hole. That's super useful. This obviously is kind of hard to get to when the thing is in seat mode. One suggestion might be just to take the door off so that you have essentially more like a cubby hole and put an edge around the outside. I think that works really well, and then you can reach in anytime. Everything here is super intuitive. This worked well. Yeah, both camping sites had the normal house plugs in them, so I needed the adapter, so that was great to have. I think other than that, all good things. I did sometimes use a drying rack. I don't know if that's approved use, but works well. Yeah, I think it's useful to have something on the ground, so I used this old thing that I had from a race, but it might be good to have some kind of thin thing you can lay out. You almost always need some dust protection, let's say. So I think that's the good things. I mean, drives super well, didn't have issues apart from the one you know about, and yeah, really lots of good stuff. So now we'll do a little bit on improvement.